Oh my guys, wait, look at this again. Things are accelerating and we cannot make any of this stuff up. Why? North Korea fires at least 10 missiles following threats over US South Korean military drills. Setting a 1-day record. Wow. Uh-oh, guys, right? Things are not looking too well. Again, we just talked about it, how the narrative of this quote-unquote WW3 is starting to accelerate even quicker. If it goes to this way though, just in, footage of siren sounding. Japan after North Korea fired a missile that splashed in the Pacific. Absolutely crazy, guys. What is happening, right? As we see. Absolutely crazy, right guys? Wow, wow, wow. What is happening, guys? Again, the world is flipped on its head, right? Suddenly, everything breaks at the same time. If we go down here though, dear God, we are all screwed. And isn't that interesting? While our clown in chief is addressing the nation. Crazy, 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 right? Now, look at this, guys, from Wall Street Silver. They can't control you with lockdowns anymore. Now they can control you via their, what, quote-unquote, emergency plans. Wait, what? Electricity supply should not be a problem. This is intentional bad policy. There are plenty of sources of electricity. This is planned, right? Exactly. Again, the narratives are brewing, guys. Boiling up in a pot, right? We can't make this stuff up. Remember, they literally make stuff up, right? Crisis after crisis. Why? To print more money, to make everything worse, and to have quote-unquote control of what? We the people, right? Interesting, crazy stuff, guys. National grid. Government tests energy blackout emergency plans as supply fears grow. Oh wow, guys, a blueprint for coping with outages up to a week. Wow, what are they preparing us for? The collapse, right? We told you, guys, the collapse, everything must happen at the same time, which we'll be talking about in just a little bit, guys, but we're not making any of this stuff up. Oh my, are they getting us prepared? Fascinating. And then obviously Rishi Sunak comes into the play. There is no long-term prosperity without action on climate change, right? There is no energy security without investing in renewables. Again, guys, this sustainable future, right? A greener economy is upon us, where XRP finally reigns supreme. We're not making any of this stuff up, and all the proof is in plain sight, right? How can people see? It's mind-boggling to me. I'm going to say this again, guys. My belief is it all happens at the same time, right? It all takes place at the same time, quote-unquote, overnight. Whatever needs to take place to collapse what? The global system as a whole, including the financial system, right? Everything, guys. When the collapse does truly arrive, I don't think it's going to be looking too well. Why? Because they need everyone to be crying out for the solution. That is why, guys. So this is why prepare beforehand, right? And this isn't fear-mongering as well. Become fearless, guys. There's nothing to fear about at the end of the day as well. There is no reason to fear anything, because that just puts you in a lower vibration. But that's besides the point. Watch your guru, sweetheart. This is crazy because, listen to this, guys. Breaking. Federal Reserve raises interest rates by 75 basis points. Wow. Again, that was the market expectation, right, from before. So, and they did go on with their word, guys. But what does this mean? Today, Jerome Powell was kind of all over the place, right? He wanted to stay balanced, not to break things, guys. That's why. Now, what do we think will take place, right? Because, look at this. Powell, very premature to think about pausing rate hikes. Maybe they will do that in 2023, right? Early 2023. Start doing that, and then maybe start cutting rates after, guys. But it might be too early. Why? Why? Because of, obviously, inflation, right? Through the roof. And inflation is so bad, but these people don't really care. Breaking news, Federal Reserve hints at possible slower pace of rate increases. Of course, guys, it's so funny because we talked about this. They need to slow things down, right? Or else things will literally break, guys. And that's what they are doing, right? So they might not pause anytime soon, or tomorrow anytime soon. Instead, they might slow the pace of rate increases, right? So this time it was 75, maybe December will be 50, and then after that, lower we go to when pausing, and there is no indication that inflation is decreasing. Well, oh man. At this point in time, you know what they should do? Just collapse it all, guys. That's what they should do. Collapse it, fix inflation rate, and then what does that tell us? That the system might as well collapse at the same time, right? It's tied together, guys. A connection to this tweet. Charlie Munger makes a scary prediction, comparing the current situation with how the former Fed chair Paul Volcker handled things in late 1970s through early 1980s. Oh, remember what he did, guys? If I'm not mistaken, inflation was through the roof, and then he just raised interest rates overnight. If I'm not mistaken, high, guys. Is that what the Fed will do? I mean, they might as well collapse the system now, right? Instead of keep kicking the can down the road and delaying. So let's check this out, guys. Let's check this out because it's quite interesting.
You may wish you had a Volcker. You may wish you had a Volcker-style recession instead of what you're going to get. The troubles that come to us could be worse than what Volcker was dealing with. When Volcker, after the 70s, took the prime rate to 20% and the government was paying 15% on its government bonds, that was a horrible recession. Lasted a long time, caused a lot of agony. And I certainly hope we're not going there again. I think the conditions that allowed Volcker to do that without an interference from the politicians were very unusual. And I think in 2020 hindsight, it was a good thing that he did it. I would not predict that our modern politicians will be as willing to permit a new Volcker to get that tough with the economy and bring on that kind of a recession. So you may wish you had a...
Well, we talked about this as well, guys. They will literally do that, right? It's going to be tied in with the collapse, that they're going to raise these interest rates very high, sky high. And it's going to tie in with the collapse, guys. I mean, he's saying that we don't want that to happen. Now, why do we? Because it's a collapse, right? It's the problem, reaction, solution. It's not going to last as long as back then, right? They're going to come in with a solution as fast as possible. The only reason why this is all happening in the first place is to bring on the new system, guys, right? That's it. That's the only reason. Wow. Ray Dalio is warning a painful credit crunch could tank financial markets and spark a recession, as a surge in government bond sales could cause private credit to dry up. Something is going to break. Exactly, guys. When will the Fed pivot, right? Maybe soon, perhaps soon. Why? Wells Fargo, the Treasury buyback program is coming on January 1st, 2023. Wow. Beginning of January, huh? Interesting. What is that? What is that? What is the Treasury buyback? Brr, you guys know. Money printing, QE. Fascinating, right? Quantitative easing. Interesting, guys. Very fascinating. So what do I think will take place? Well, it's the same conclusion. What the conclusion is, to collapse the economy. That's going to take place no matter what they do, guys, right? Because that was their end goal from the beginning of time. So if it happens now, good. If it takes place later, more people will just suffer, and it'll probably be worse, guys, because the debt will keep going up, all this stuff, right? Everything will just be skyrocketing. So it's their choice at the end of the day, right? Macro Alpha tweet out, in determining the pace of future rate increases, the committee will take into account the cumulative tightening of monetary policy, the lags with which monetary policy affects economic activity and inflation, and economic and financial developments, right? Let me translate. Cumulative tightening equal, we did a lot of damage already. Lags equal, will keep rates at 4.5 to 5% and let it play out. Financial developments, remember, these people are stuck now, right? What will they do? Raise interest rates very high, collapse the economy now, or delay. They're stuck, guys. Again, Jerome Powell was all over the place today. Financial developments equal, we don't want to blow up systemically important markets. Interesting. Right? We'll have to see, guys, but I do believe these people are going to change their tune very soon, right? Possibly when December is when they start to pivot. There's this narrative that's brewing that most people aren't talking about. Why? Look at this. CZ, right, the CEO of Binance, invests $500 million to help Elon Musk buy Twitter. Then Binance launches a quote-unquote Bluebird index comprising of BNB, Doge, and this other coin. Is CZ hinting at these assets being used for Twitter payments? Bluebird. Hold on a minute, wait, what? Again, Twitter implemented with these coins and whatnot, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people talk about Dogecoin. And it's crazy because this is where the world is heading towards, right? This new era where you have to get used to what? Blockchain and these digital assets and coins, right? Because in the future, that's what you will use every day, basically. The reason why this is interesting is because Elon Musk is pushing this very heavily. Now he's pushing a blockchain technology. So he bought Twitter. His plan was to buy Twitter, and now he's probably going to implement all this stuff, guys, right? New tech. So very fascinating stuff, guys. What do you believe will take place in the future? Comment down below, but not financial advice. But anyways, that's all for getting into this video. Please subscribe. Amazing day, and